Hello and welcome to the 3-minute guide to synthsounds. Today we're going to do something very interesting. We're going to do an FM noise percussion type of sound on the Propet 5 Rev4. We start by having the synth normaled. There's just one oscillator on with a square wave. Filter is wide open, sustain is wide open. So we want to start to create a modulation mix here in the polymod and the modulation destination here. So we activate frequency A as the target here, and we increase oscillator B. First we have to set the waveform to use some modulation. Now we can add the noise as a modulator as well. We set this source mixer to maximum noise, and then we set it to frequency A. We also have to increase the initial amount here to quite high. We actually have to use this knob to set the amount, or the wheel. This knob is not available on the original, like the Rev4 Propet 5 I used to own, but it's quite handy. You can use the Unison mode, of course, and then the different waveforms here and the frequency will affect the sound. You can use the square wave instead. And we could also use the envelope to add a nice shape here. We set this to filter envelope quite high. Then we go to the filter section. And we set the envelope here. Quite low decay, very low decay actually. Now we can also do this differently. We can use oscillator B to modulate the filter instead. So what we do now, we disable oscillator A. We put the filter into self-oscillating mode, maximum amount. We lower the cutoff. And then we can go to the polymod section again. We have the same settings. We just defeat the envelope here. We are using it in the filter section instead. We set the destination to filter, both in the polymod section and in the wheel mod section. Actually, as you can see here, the noise is quite high, so we have to lower that a bit. No noise. And as always, the main difference comes from changing the frequency of the modulating oscillator. And of course the pulse width if we have the square wave gauge. Actually, the other filter type, the SEM filter, has a slightly different behavior in the envelope section, so I usually use that for this type of sound. Then we can change the envelope, the waveform again. It actually needs a bit more amplitude to properly modulate the filter. We're going to use the square wave instead. I think there we have it. So that's it for today. Thank you very much.